Transport services are very important in a city like Mumbai. Hence, in last month of August, when there were reports of stranded monorails, even the corporation which runs it was concerned. As of now, the monorail services have been suspended. We are at the depot of monorail in Vadala, Mumbai. We are going to show what is going to change when the service is open. So behind me, if you currently see, is the old monorail rakes which are present. There were a lot of questions being raised on the suspensions fitted in these monorails and why it was not able to take the weight. If you know that monorail runs on a single track, Mumbai is the only city where the monorails are running in the entire country. The rakes, the tracks, you can see this is one pillar. This is the pillar which is the single pillar is the tracks of monorail. As you can see, the tracks are going towards outside. So when there is overcrowding, there is load on this suspension, and normally these tracks take sharp turns at Vadala in many places. So last time the rake was tilted at such turn because of overweight. So now Monorail Corporation is coming up with 10 new rakes which are made in India. So this was the old rake, and I am showing you now this look of how the new monorail rakes are going to look like. Most importantly is the suspension for the rider comfort and safety. There are 4 air suspensions in the old ones. There were 2, 4 guide wheels, anti-roll bar, and that's why there is a better, you can say, comfort in the ridership. Fire compliance, if you talk about. So for 10 minutes, there is a 30 minutes, there is a fire barrier, which means if there is a fire or a failure in the lower part of this monorail and the passengers are above, for 30 minutes, that fire will be kept in control with the fire safety systems. And now, let's show you how exactly the new rakes look like. We'll go up, take a look of how this new monorails are going to look, which is going to be very interesting. See, so we are just coming inside the new rakes, and what are we experiencing the changes. For example, the CCTVs are now 360-degree CCTVs. There are you can say these seats which I can notice they are for the physically disabled people or handicapped people, and this is an interesting thing because one can sit here, and if there is higher passenger density, then when you stand up it automatically folds and you can stand in the same position. So this is something which happens in many countries. Happening in this rakes also is very interesting. There are switchboards given for charging of mobiles and laptops of the passengers. So there is really, in terms of capacity, the weight will almost remain the same, but important change once, because as we told you, this monorails are currently suspended, but when they open up, so the important big change which Monorail Corporation is planning to bring is the communication-based train control. So that is something which is installed in the metros currently, and it's important in terms of the signaling system of the rakes of the monorails, at the same time to increase the frequency of it. So we are moving towards. If you see, these rakes as of now are new; they have not been put in service. Once the services start, it will be interesting how it develops. As per the Monorail Corporation, there are 18,000 people every day traveling from monorails, 10,000 on weekends. This ridership is expected to increase because monorail is now being linked to Mumbai Metro also. We are going to show you how the driver's seat looks like, what you get to see on the driver's seat. So this is, you can see that it's an important place because there are turns everywhere in the route of monorail that has to be managed by the pilot, and that is why this thing is going to be important. And as of now, what we can tell you is that though the monorail corporation is not making profits, but they expect the ridership to increase and for the revenue to happen. And here is the system installed in which you can know the number of people who are present inside the monorail, so that the crowd controlling can happen. And with all these new changes, new rakes, a new ticketing system, better safety measures, monorail is soon planning to come again in the service of Mumbai.
MMRDA ने मोनोरेल सेवा को इस शनिवार से तात्पुरत म्हणजे टेम्पोररी सस्पेंड करने का एक निर्णय लिया है। ये सस्पेंशन मोनोरेल में हो रहे बार बार जो घटनाएं हो रही है, कभी कभी मोनोरेल रुक जाता है, कभी कोई और इंसिडेंट हो जाती है, ये सभी चीज़ों का सखोल अभ्यास करने के लिए और साथ ही में ये सभी चीज़ों पे इम्प्रूवमेंट लाने के लिए एक न्यू इम्प्रूव्ड वर्जन ऑफ मोनोरेल आपके सामने लाने के लिए की गई है। अभी जो मोनोरेल बंद करने की वजह से हमें नॉर्मली जो नए ट्रेन्स इंट्रोड्यूस करने या रिपेयर मेंटेनेंस के लिए जो रात को 3.5 से 4 घंटे का टाइम मिलता है, उसके बजाय ये पूरा वक्त मिलेगा। मोनोरेल 2014 में चालू हुआ था, 11 साल के ऊपर हो चुका है और उसकी पूरी डिटेल्ड ओवरहॉलिंग अभी तक की हुई नहीं है। इसलिए मोनोरेल में हम नए रेक्स को अभी इंट्रोड्यूस कर सकते हैं, पुराने ट्रेन्स जो है उसको रिपेयर और दुरुस्त करके इंट्रोड्यूस कर सकते हैं। इस प्रकार से कई ज़्यादा मोनोरेल के ट्रेन्स जो है वो इंट्रोड्यूस हो सकते हैं। उसी प्रकार से भारत में बनाया हुआ पहले बार एक सीबीटीसी सिस्टम जो है वो सिस्टम को भी अब इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं, जो कि मेट्रोज़ में जैसे आपका मेट्रो लाइन 2A है, मेट्रो लाइन 7 है जो चालू है, इसमें सीबीटीसी सिस्टम चालू है। उसी प्रकार से मोनोरेल में वही सिस्टम जो है वो सिस्टम को लाना है, नए ट्रेन्स को लानी है। मोनोरेल का पूरा अपग्रेडेशन जो है वो पूरी अपग्रेडेशन करनी है, स्टेशंस को वाईफाई एनेबल करना है। इस प्रकार से कई प्रकार के बेनिफिट्स और फैसिलिटीज़ इस पे इंट्रोड्यूस करनी है। और ट्रेन का जो हेडवे है जो अब 16-17 मिनट का होता है, उस ट्रेन के हेडवे को बढ़ाकर कम करके उसे 5 मिनट के आसपास लाने की जो है प्रयास की जाएगी। ये संपूर्ण सभी चीज़ों का अभ्यास करने के लिए एक कमेटी गठित की गई है, जिसमें आईआईटी के प्रोफेसर्स हैं, इंडिपेंडेंट सब्जेक्ट एक्सपर्ट्स हैं, और ये कमेटी भी इस पूरी चीज़ की अभ्यास कर रही है और एक न्यू इम्प्रूव वर्जन ऑफ मोनोरेल जल्द ही आपके सामने लाया जाएगा।
With camera person Sai Prasad Patil, Mustafa Sheikh for India Today.